Hello Eternum and welcome to KOTT News, Eternum's #1 source for news. And this is the War Report. Dynamic change in the history of Eternum last night as the zealots of Outcasts convert the citizens of Reekwater to the Spark. And the Syndicate Serpents of Globo Gym slither into Fort Morningdale and strike down Error.pxp. We caught up with the captain of the DodgeBall squad after the fight. Congratulations on your victory here in Morningdale, taking down the Covenant forces of Error.pxp in record time. How do you feel it went out there tonight?
You know, John, it went great. And also, I just want to say, last time I talked to you was when our old company, the Templars, took Brightwood back on Gamelot.
Yep, that's a long time ago.
So this feels good, man.
Well, you're no longer running with the Covenant. Have you lost your faith?
Absolutely, and the Covenant are zealots, and they should be put down.
Was there anybody out on the battlefield who really stood out for you tonight?
Yeah, so we had On Ice. He was our shot caller and our mastermind planner. He's standing right there to my left. And then, you know, we had all kinds of great players. But the most important thing to talk about, John, is #Freebo.
We haven't heard any new words lately, but we appreciate that you are down for the cause of Freebo.
Yeah. Tell them, guys, Freebo.
Freebo.
Freebo!
Freebo.
Freebo.
Freebo!
Freebo.
Later in Reekwater, we spoke with the familiar face about their victory and their intentions for the hamlet. Congratulations on your victory here in Reekwater, taking down the fort in 15 minutes flat. Would you care to take us through how it went down out there?
Yeah, John, it was a hard-fought war, you know, Dodgers being the strongest company on West right now. I guess HUD is technically the strongest now after beating Dodgers.
Transitive property is making things happen like that, then that's the way it goes down. Was there anybody out there who really stood out for you tonight?
Well, I mean, we usually murk out C408, but we didn't murk him out this time because he's a known scammer, and we want to keep away from C. Probably special shout-out to myself, John. Just the greatest in the world, you know how I do.
Earlier in the evening, KOTT News crews caught up with Context, who gave their reactions to their hold against Strawberry. Congratulations on your victory out here in Monarch's Bluff. A little difficult at the 12-minute mark. You could have lost both B and C, but you decided on Bravo alone, and it got you through the night. How do you feel it went?
I feel like it went really good, John. I was expecting, honestly, a lot more. I'm actually disappointed, to say the least. We were going to let C go at 10 minutes anyways. We made kind of a bad rotation. That was a little bit of miscommunication. That was my fault. I'll take the brunt for that one. But honestly, felt really, really easy. I'd have to look at the stats and watch some VODs to see where they went so wrong. But yeah, really, really easy. Kind of felt like we were fighting pharmaceuticals out there.
Out, shot fired, sideburn pharmaceuticals. Is there anybody in particular who you'd like to highlight from your team tonight?
Honestly, there's so many people, but I gotta say Nicholas, really, really good musket. He was on the walls and he was absolutely just pelting them. Point Bruiser XAE did phenomenal. Group 6 is always really good. Honestly, I could shout out the whole army. We're so consistent. We're so good. I love everyone who's a part of Context. Any ambitions now that you've made this statement to the rest of the island? You know what? We're really keen on running it back against JDB's Kitchen. We felt like we did a couple things wrong there. We weren't really ready for that type of war coming from Yggdrasil. It wasn't quite as competitive over there, so I think we're ready to run it back against them. They're really looking like the top dogs right now as far as for us to attack. I think defending-wise, I think we're pretty established. I feel pretty confident in our defense right now, but the biggest challenge for us right now is probably JDB's Kitchen, and then maybe we'll take a crack at Strawberry here in the near future as well.
Turning to the weather for today, and once more the sun will continue its streak of traveling across the Eternum sky. Then look out after sunset as the temperatures drop and emboldened corruption forces will rise up across 30% of the island. 3 more submissions for Simulated Fantasy Combat Resolution tonight, brought to you by LARPco. Remember, if it isn't LARPco, it is cardboard. Get it? Up first, the Marauders of Thrust Damage assail the Syndicate members of Pharmaceuticals for control of the always uncontrollable Restless Shore. The Marauders of Thrust Damage run it back after reviewing their film from the fight 2 nights ago. They seemed to know something then, but what did they discover in the VODs? The pharmaceutical reps are still feeling confident after their double declare victory 2 days ago, which they're hoping to ride into tonight's double declare as well. Meanwhile, the Covenant forces of Outcasts assault the Syndicate members of Pharmaceuticals for control of the secondary oil reserves of Cutlass Keys. Outcast forces were rebuked from the Keys last week by Dodgers forces who have since been displaced by the taxidermists of the Syndicate, but maybe they like their chances with this double declare. Pharmaceuticals taking note of Outcast's win in Reekwater last night. They may have a lot of confidence after their 2 wins before, but Outcasts may be riding momentum. In the nightcap, the Syndicate members of Cloudy attack the Marauders of D-Tier Dodgers for control of the bear-infested deep forests of Brightwood. Cloudy forces march into the woods armed with Dr. Theophrastus Bombastus maximum strength bear repellent, but will that be enough to come out ahead in the woods? D-Tier Dodgers forces regrouping to the forests after their misstep in Reekwater last night, so they'll be able to focus entirely on this opponent if they can overcome the smell. Be sure to tune in for complete coverage and reactions from the citizens tonight at 11. Until then, this has been War Correspondent JChalant, KOTT News.